Here is my recent pickup. As a 23 years old beginner slowly building my mountaineering setup but afraid of wasting money on the wrong gear. I'm going to spend a full week of training with a guide in the Alps before attempting my first 3500 meters peak this summer. But even though I have a very good technical equipment, I still need to build a gear setup that will keep me warm at such an altitude. Why? Because I don't want to fail just because I didn't have the right equipment. However, I'm still new to mountaineering and I never been at such a cold place before, as I am living in an almost flat country. Until I decide to understand how each layer and piece of gear need to work together to keep me warm and nice. And this is something I started to experiment since I began my hiking journey. So here are my latest pickups as I continue documenting my journey as a 23 years old beginner attempting a 3500 meters peak. The two first items of my selection are my glove, both from Black Diamond. I choose the Hybrid Light and the Tour LT, two different models for different purposes. I will use the Hybrid Light when walking on the glacier as they keep your hands warm from 0 to -9 degrees. Then I will switch to my Tour LT when we start climbing, as my 3500 meters peak is a mix of snow, ice and rocks. So I need gloves that can resist to abrasion, and the cool thing about this combo is that I can wear the Hybrid Light under my Tour LT if needed. Then we have the Rab Mountain zip pants, and these are essential if the weather turns bad, as they are breathable and waterproof. Super easy to put on as you can unzip the entire pants from the side without removing your boots and crampons. They can also be used for hiking, which makes a good investment. The next item is my mountaineering pants, the Cement Alpinism. I actually wore them in the Alps a few months ago. Pretty warm, but I will suggest wearing a thermal base layer underneath. They also have a little hook at the end of each leg to clip onto your lace so no snow gets inside. Now let's talk about fleece. I have different models from Ayacucho and Simon, and I choose these because they all have a zip, which is very important to me as I can just open it whenever I feel too hot on my way up. Then we have my down jacket. This is the Rab Alpine jacket, not always needed but recommended. Very warm and lightweight so it can easily fit in your backpack. A cool detail is the fleece texture around the upper zip, which makes it extra soft and warm when your mouth or nose is in contact with it. And last but not least, here is my hard shell from Patagonia. Got it at 50% off at the local shop, plenty of pockets, ventilation zip and a lower body zip to stop the wind from entering, and adjustable hood setting. I've used it in so many different situations and never got wet. I already asked you in a story if you want a part 3, but if you actually want a full YouTube video covering everything I'm bringing with me, leave a comment and I will see you soon for the part 3.